Week 9 La Liga match reviews, detailed breakdown and key performances. The 9th week of La Liga action did not disappoint, delivering excitement, drama, and key moments that kept fans on edge. From goalless draws to hat-tricks, and heroic performances to controversial red cards, this week had everything. Here's an in-depth review of each match and the standout performances that shaped the results. 1. Leganés vs Valencia, 0-0. This fixture between two mid-table teams was expected to be tightly contested, and it lived up to that billing. Both teams showed solid defensive structures, which meant attacking opportunities were few and far between. Eric Garcia, Valencia's young centre-back, was the player of the match. His positioning and interceptions were key to Valencia earning a clean sheet, and his 7.4 rating reflects his disciplined performance. Despite the lack of goals, the game was a tactical battle where each team's defense had the upper hand. Valencia struggled to break through Leganés' low block, and Leganés, on the other hand, didn't offer much going forward. This draw sees both teams miss a chance to climb the table, but the clean sheet will be a positive note for both managers. 2. Espanyol vs Mallorca, 2-1. Espanyol edged out Mallorca in an exciting contest that saw Jofre Carreras put on a masterclass. He was directly involved in both of Espanyol's goals, delivering a pinpoint cross for Marsh Kumbula to head home in the 18th minute. Carreras' ability to find space and deliver accurate crosses gave Mallorca's defense plenty of problems. Carreras didn't stop there. He doubled Espanyol's lead just after the restart in the 47th minute, showing great composure to find the back of the net after Mallorca failed to clear a set piece. Despite Espanyol's dominance in the early stages, Mallorca fought back, and Antonio Reylo pulled one back in the 68th minute, assisted by Silly Larin. However, they couldn't find an equalizer, and Espanyol held on to claim all 3 points. Espanyol's pressing game and organized defense ensured they controlled large portions of the game, while Mallorca's inability to finish off chances cost them dearly. 3. Getafe vs Osasuna, 1-1. This match provided a balanced affair with plenty of action in both halves. Getafe came out of the blocks quickly, and in the 21st minute, Berta Gildirim rose highest to connect with an Alex Sola cross, heading Getafe into the lead. The home side controlled the early stages but failed to capitalize on their chances. Osasuna grew into the game, and in the second half, their persistence paid off. Brian Zaragoza, the player of the match, was involved in most of Osasuna's best moments. His speed and dribbling ability caused Getafe's defense trouble, and he provided the assist for Ante Budema's equalizer in the 60th minute. From there, Osasuna pushed for the winner, but Getafe's defense held firm. The result leaves both teams in mid-table, each having mixed starts to their campaign. 4. Las Palmas vs Celta Vigo, 0-1. A match filled with drama, Las Palmas vs Celta Vigo was anything but ordinary. Vicente Guaita, Celta's veteran goalkeeper, was the hero of the match, putting in an inspired performance that helped his team hold onto a narrow lead despite going down to 9 men. The game's major talking point came in the 17th minute when Wilot Swedberg thought he had given Celta Vigo the lead, only for VAR to rule the goal out for offside. However, Celta Vigo did break the deadlock in the 28th minute through Borja Iglesias, who finished a well-worked team move assisted by Oscar Mingueza. Celta's challenge became tougher in the second half as they saw 2 players sent off within 2 minutes. Alex Moriba was first to go in the 54th minute after a reckless challenge, and just 2 minutes later, captain Igo Aspas saw red for dissent. Despite this numerical disadvantage, Celta Vigo showed tremendous resilience, with Guaita making crucial saves to preserve the 1-0 lead. Las Palmas dominated possession after the red cards but were unable to break down Celta Vigo's defense. This win was a testament to Celta's defensive organization and resolve. 5. Real Valladolid vs Rayo Vallecano, 1-2. This encounter was a tale of two halves, with both sides enjoying periods of dominance. Salim Amala put Valladolid in front in the 51st minute with a well-placed shot after Raul Moros' assist, giving the home fans reason to believe they would take all 3 points. However, Jorge de Frutos had other plans. The Rayo Vallecano winger was unstoppable, scoring twice in quick succession to turn the game on its head. He equalized in the 57th minute with a header from a Palazan cross and then completed his brace with a composed finish in the 80th minute after breaking through Valladolid's defense. De Frutos' 9.0 rating was well-deserved as he was the key to Rayo's comeback. Valladolid will be disappointed with their inability to hold on to their lead, while Rayo Vallecano continues to show they are a force to be reckoned with this season. 6. Real Madrid vs Villarreal, 2-0. Real Madrid remains unbeaten with a dominant display against Villarreal. Federico Valverde was the player of the match, showcasing his ability to both score and create chances. In the 14th minute, Valverde opened the scoring with a powerful strike from outside the box after being set up by Luka Modric. Madrid continued to press forward, and in the 73rd minute, Valverde turned provider, delivering a perfectly weighted pass for Vinicius Jr. to score. Villarreal struggled to cope with Madrid's pace and intensity, and Thibaut Courtois kept a clean sheet with several important saves. With this win, Madrid remains in second place, just behind leaders Barcelona. 7. Girona vs Athletic Club, 2-1. Girona secured a dramatic victory, thanks in large part to their goalkeeper Paulo Gazzaniga, who saved 2 penalties and made several other crucial stops. Girona took the lead in the 39th minute when Yasser Asprilla scored from an Arnaujo Martinez assist. However, Athletic Club hit back almost immediately, with Oyhan Sansit scoring in the 41st minute following a quick counter-attack initiated by Alex Berenga. The real drama came in the second half. Athletic Club were awarded 3 penalties throughout the match, but incredibly missed all 3. Alex Berenga was the first to miss in the 28th minute, followed by Inaki Williams in the 56th minute. After a VAR review, the penalty was retaken, but this time Ander Herrera stepped up and missed again. Girona won the game in the 90th minute when Christian Stuani converted a penalty to seal the win. Athletic Club's Aitor Pérez was sent off in the closing moments to compound their misery. 8. Sevilla vs Real Betis, 1-0. A tense derby saw Sevilla claim a 1-0 victory over their bitter rivals, Real Betis. The only goal came from Dodi Lukbarkio, who calmly slotted home a penalty in the 50th minute. Orjan Haskjold, Sevilla's goalkeeper, was outstanding and earned an 8.6 rating for his shot stopping and command of the box. The game was marred by a late red card for Tanguy Nyanzu, who was dismissed for a second yellow card in stoppage time. Nigerian international Chidera Iju completed the most dribbles in the match, showcasing his flair and creativity. However, his compatriot Kelechi Iheanacho was an unused substitute for the game. 9. Real Sociedad vs Atletico Madrid, 1-1. Atletico Madrid's unbeaten run continued, but they were held to a draw by Real Sociedad. Julian Alvarez gave Atletico the perfect start, scoring in the first minute after being teed up by Antoine Griezmann. Atletico's high press troubled Sociedad early on, but the home side gradually found their rhythm. Sociedad finally broke through in the 84th minute when Luka Susic scored after a clever pass from Mikel Oyarzabal. Despite the late pressure, Atletico held on to remain unbeaten in the league. However, they are now 7 points behind league leaders Barcelona. 10. Deportivo Alaves vs FC Barcelona, 0-3. Barcelona continued their dominant start to the season with a comfortable 3-0 win over Deportivo Alaves. Robert Lewandowski was the standout performer, scoring a hat-trick to secure all 3 points. The Polish striker opened the scoring in the 7th minute, finishing off a Raphinha assist, before doubling his tally in the 22nd minute with another Raphinha assist. Lewandowski completed his hat-trick in the 32nd minute after being set up by Eric Garcia. Alaves thought they had scored a goal in the 45th minute, but a VAR check cancelled the goal. Conclusion? This week of La Liga football was filled with excitement, standout performances, and plenty of drama. From Robert Lewandowski's hat-trick to the incredible resilience of Celta Vigo with 9 men, and the continued unbeaten runs of both Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, Week 9 was a spectacle. The race for the top spot continues, with Barcelona holding firm, while Madrid and Atletico chase closely behind. A total of 20 goals were scored this week, showing just how competitive and entertaining this season has been so far. For more detailed match breakdowns, football discussions, and sports news, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Avuncular's Production. Stay tuned for exciting content. Avuncular's Production is a YouTube channel dedicated to entertaining and educating people in engaging content in sports, politics, and lifestyle. We give a recap of matches played weekly in the English Premier League and Spanish La Liga. We also cover football tournaments such as World Cup games, African Cup of Nations, and Nigeria Professional Football League. On behalf of the manager of Avuncular's Production, Achegbilu Genuine David, we want to thank you for watching and listening. We hope to see you in our next video updates. At Avuncular's Production. Copyright symbol Avuncular Service.